Yo, what's good homies, and welcome back to another Rugby League Live 4 West Tigers career rebuild video. This is episode 12 and we're currently in round number 10 of the NRL competition. Alright, before we get into the game, there has been a few changes to our forward pack. One of our main issues is that we're lacking that punch and go forward off the bench. So to rectify that, I decided to throw a couple of our meter eaters on the bench. So Seumanu Whangai and Sauaso Su, they're going to be going to the bench while Joel Edwards and Michael Cheekham get a start. Alright, as we get into the game, this is our second time facing the Rabbitohs this season. If you don't remember, we did roast them in round 1. It was a pretty decent game, pretty close. They ended up besting us 12 points to 6. Much like us, the Rabbitohs have been pretty inconsistent, winning only 2 of their last 5, and they're currently coming off a win. Well, as for us, if you haven't been watching, we're in desperate need of a win, coming off back-to-back losses. I don't know what it is, I feel like I'm getting better, but the process has been pretty slow, to be honest. As we start up with the Rabbitohs here, who throw an interception. A beautiful catch by our captain, actually reels it in with one hand, as he makes it just past or inside their 40. We got a lot of hair on the right, throws it out to one of our bigger bodies in the centres, in Jamal Idris. He gets well looked after there, gets pushed back a little bit. As we go to Edwards, he goes out to Brooks. We try it back inside to Aaron Woods, but again it's good defense by the Rabbitohs. Third tackle, Brooks at first receiver, goes to Tedesco here with the footwork at the line, and he powers his way towards their 20. Massive meters after contact by our fullback, Jimmy Tedesco. As we get a lot here, we try the chip and chase, but it's a fail, but we do break the line, puts it on the toe, and it's the long limbs of Jamal Idris that stretches out, and as you're going to see on the replay here, actually grounds the ball. So in that sequence right there, there's a perfect example of the chip kick being absolute cheeks. As we get the green lights here, and we're just going to take another look at that try. First of all, the interception by Taylor, I really like the animation, as you'll see right here. Nice little animation of him reeling it in with one hand. And then of course the actual try, the chip and chase that causes the line break, and great ad-lib footy as he puts it on the toe, and Idris with the finish. Alright, back with the conversion with Lolo here, as he hits the posts, and it's going to go in for the 2 points. I'm really enjoying the goal kicking. I really dig the new system, and I like how challenging it can be at times. As we jump back into the action with Woods, bumps off one, and he's going to get absolutely leveled there. I'm not too sure who it was, it might have been Burgess, I think. Whoever it was just told Woodsy to take a seat. As they work their way inside our 20, inching closer to the 10 is Angus Crichton. Nice little run from the second rower. As they go short to Reynolds, don't know why he's hitting the ball up, but they're 5 meters out here. As they go one off the ruck once again, this time it's with Sam Burgess. Gets super close to the line as they take a scoot from dummy half, Robbie Farah, and it looks like he got the ball down here. The on-field ref isn't sure, so they're going to send it up. And of course it's going to be a try. If they're sending it up as a no try, usually it's a try. And as you can see, he reaches out and grounds the ball. So it's going to be Robbie Farah who opens the scoring for the Rabbitohs as they get the green lights. Back with the cover star, Adam Reynolds to take the shot from right in front, and it's going to be a tied game at 6 apiece heading into the break. So not much happened in that half. I didn't show much of it because I did try and play a territory game given that we're playing in wet weather. You'll see in the halftime match stats just how close the game was. As you can see there isn't much in it. We've slightly had more ball, completions and errors are the same, there's been minimal missed tackles, and we've barely broken the line. Alright, so after an extremely slow 30 minutes after halftime, we're going to be back in the second half, approaching the 70th minute. As they go short to Clark, a massive hit dislodges the ball, and it's scooped up by Sauaso Su. Weighing up our options as we look to the left, and we're just going to look for a forward to take it to the line, as we give it to Woods, and it's a decent run, inches his way into their 10. First tackle here, we go to Lolo here, we try the show and go, but we get double teamed and driven back outside of the 10. Second tackle, again on this right side, Idris with the footwork, as we almost ground the ball, but he's going to get held up. Flipped on his back. Great defense by the Rabbitohs, and you're going to see it on the replay here. Of course the ref's going to send it up as a no try. You can clearly see him on his back. Anyway, we're going to get the red lights, and it's going to be back to the drawing board. Alright, so it's a third tackle. Back off Lolo here, testing the waters around the ruck, but he's well looked after, about 5 meters out, as we go to Sel Manu Whangai, who just powers his way over. Coming off the bench, a very effective run there, gets us the points under the sticks. As we convert it from right in front, a simple conversion for us as we take the lead. With about 8 minutes remaining, back in attack with Woods, and he goes on a nice little run past our 20. I'm using the foresight mode to get it to one of our big boys to settle it down, and of course we're going to lose the ball in a tackle. Nothing much you can do about that. I probably shouldn't have run to the green player. They've got a shot to tie the game up as they go wide to Burgess, and he's also going to get smashed in the tackle. Loses the ball. Not only that, he loses all hopes of a comeback as well. As we throw the cutout ball to Woods here, breaks the line, gets past the fullback, and he's going to get dragged down just inside our 40. First tackle, under a minute to go, as we try a little crossplay, and I swear he got tackled without the ball. Rabbitohs with ball in hand, we're going to hold them down, give away a penalty. So, coming up as the last play of the game, as Farah takes the tap, passes to Musgrove to Burgess, fends one off, and it's going to get wrapped up by 2 defenders, and that ultimately brings an end to round number 10. A weird little game that. Not much happened in the middle, but towards the end, a lot of action, a lot of spilled ball, and a lot of chances for the Rabbitohs to catch up that went astray. Full time here at ANZ Stadium, we defeat the Rabbitohs 12 points to 6 in Indigenous round. As we look at the full time match stats, and it's going to be Robbie Farah who actually picks up man of the match. That's debatable to say the least. I reckon Aaron Woods did enough to get the man of the match, but yeah. Before we dip, we're going to take a quick look at the ladder right now and where we stand. Alright, so after that grinder of a match, we snap our 2-game losing streak, and we're still sitting at 7th. Tied for the top of the league are the Cowboys, the Sharks, and the Newcastle Knights. Look at their past 5. They're on some sort of winning streak. Only in a video game, am I right, fellas? But yeah, anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this video. As always, drop the like button for more content. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.
I could get you more, a little more, whatever you need, what you need. I could get you more, a little more, whatever you need.